are
Listen,
happy
dude,
with.
I'm done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? We'll see. Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition,
I'm here.
Blueface?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you can do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just.
I know.
Oh, damn, y'all beautiful though, but.
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
God. My nigga.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
$42, child free, it's Sunday fun day, no babysitter needed. Let's go.
Sade here, and I would like to show you our new Raha couch. Okay, pull out here for extra space. This department here for extra storage. So soft and beautiful. And then over here we have our USB to USB-C charger port. Hit message below to take advantage of our special offer for the month of November.
I'd buy that for $1.
So I see a lot of y'all in my comments, y'all asking me, am I okay? To answer that, no, I'm not okay.
I don't think a lot of y'all understand boundaries. Few discretion is advised.
To anybody who may be confused, there's a video going around of my fiance pulling up on me. I was at the graveyard visiting my ex. He's dead. He's deceased, no longer roaming the earth. My fiance, which I did forget he had my location, pulls up on me and crashes out. But his reaction, like what y'all seen on camera, like him reacting like that, that is the reason I told him I'd be in my mom's, because I knew he would react like that. And I just wanted to grieve in peace.
I think it's better if I just show y'all.
But you at your mama house though. Yeah, you forgot I had your location, huh? But you at your mama house though. But you having a whole picnic. You having a whole picnic. You having a whole picnic. Who grave is that? Who grave is that? Who is Brandon?
Now, whether this is staged or not really doesn't fucking matter, because this type of shit actually happens in real life. And I see a lot of people saying, well, why is this such a big deal? The man is, passed and gone. Why he tripping? He's tripping because, number one, she lied. Let's just start there. She said she was going to be at her mama house. She went to go visit her ex on his birthday. 2, she having a whole romantic picnic. I guess she got their own favorite snacks. She got a whole spread, a whole hood spread of their favorite snacks. And she going to enjoy her moment with her ex. And 3, she has not moved on from this man's passing, which ultimately means she is still emotionally connected to that man, even though he's dead and gone. Which in turn says you are not ready to be in a relationship. Why are you wasting that man's time? You should have told him, hey, I fuck with you, but not enough for me to leave behind the ex that I am no longer with. That's the problem with the situation. The fact that you are not ready to commit in a relationship. And according to her, she was his fiance. So they were supposed to get married. Now he called off the wedding because he caught her at her ex's grave. This is insane.
But I don't like the fact that he felt like it was okay to act like that. Especially over someone that, that's deceased. Like, why are you so pressed about a dead person? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, why are you so pressed about somebody that's dead and gone? Somebody that's no longer roaming the earth. Like, he acted like I was somewhere just laying up with somebody. Like,
ma'am, technically you were laid up with somebody. Technically. Yeah, he may not physically be here, but still. Your mind, your heart, your soul is still connected to this man. I don't understand how you even fathom you jumping the broom or walking down the aisle knowing you are still connected to this man that is dead and gone. But your ex is the problem because he crashed out. Mind you, I wouldn't even consider that a crash out. He pulled up on you. He said what he had to say. He got up out of there. And now he's pressed over a dead man? No, you're pressed over that dead man. Why you just, you know what? If you're going to grieve at the house. How about that? But no, you got a whole hood spread. You got your hot Cheetos and all kind of Taylor Ports and lick. Come on, bro. You got the whole spread for the nigga. He been gone. I don't care what nobody tell me, bro. Never get with a woman that's still in love with a dead man. Y'all keep the change.
You sell out! It's all bullshit. All of it.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Cali West. I do thank you for tuning in to another episode. Now, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. Well, you know what? Based off the live count, I guess not many people are feeling it. But yo, shit, we still gonna keep it going on because that replay be popping. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's got to be up for the replay, so I appreciate y'all. I know I came on a little late, but this is a job, so hey, sometimes we got to put it in the late night hours. My boy, Jay Flo says, salute Cali West. Who are these people? Wait a minute. Who are you? Well, Hazel E is Blueface's ex-girlfriend. But peep this. Hazel E was a longtime girlfriend to Cat Williams, bruh. Ninja. Yo, when I seen that, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk about this. Like, yo, you Cat Williams old throwaway, you still hanging around the scene. Hey, they made sure they stick around though, one way or another, right? They made sure that no matter what, to make sure that they stay relevant. Man. But yeah, so that's Hazel E. Now Porsha Williams, that is actually the Real Housewives of Atlanta lady who I've been talking about for the last month or two, who basically divorced the African guy. She married an African guy who got deported by ICE. But the African guy is a very rich man, okay? So he still got bread, and she basically divorced him to try to get his money. The thing is that she did get she got a little bit of money, but not much. Nothing that she could go off and retire on. And I think she has full access to the house for another year or something like that. After that, it's a wrap for her. Now, that's who Porsha Williams is. But we're going to talk about this Hazel E situation, because the Hazel E situation is hella funny, right? Because, like I said, Kylie Williams, old throwaway chick, okay? And now she on World Star talking about why she only date YNs. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Damn, now I can't find it. I'm gonna find it. Let's see here. It's probably on my I think I might have sent it earlier to somebody. Let's see here. But let me just go ahead and read these super chats. I mean, not the super chat. Let me just read the chats first. Everybody who's coming in and support. I don't care if it's one person or a bunch of people. Jay Flo says, new jam hustler. And he says, we need that seminar. Yes, we do. You already know, boy. Definitely need that seminar.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys, to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Okay. So I did find the article. Well, not the article, but I did find the clip. That way, Hazel E can tell you herself. You feel me? Straight like that. Straight like that. Let's see here. Let's go to Instagram. All right. Let's go.
From a real YN. Can you just break down the age categories of this, how this goes?
I will. First, from ages underneath of 18, you're a teenager / kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
what's the YN age cutoff?
The cutoff?
Mm-hmm.
25. After 25, you're on the shelf, nigga.
Damn, so after 25, you're no longer a YN. See, ladies, this is informative.
Yeah, man.
So you gotta get you something under 25.
It gotta be under 25, man. Under 25, that's not no YN. Put that shit up. No cap.
So then what am I, an auntie?
Yeah, you a TC. Told you a TC.
Not I'm a
No cap.
So then what am I, an auntie?
Yeah, you a TC.
Coming from a real YN, can you just break down the age categories of this, how this goes?
I will.
That all up in me at one time.
First,
Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Going easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Hey.
And took her breath some more.
Now, yo. See. Now, let me explain exactly why women like Hazel E, still go and date younger men. And I'll explain why. Now, from the description, I did give a disclaimer saying that, the reasons why most sisters want to go date younger men is for the same reasons why they don't want younger men to date younger women. Is because they know they can manipulate, say, younger men. Shout out to my boy, a man support man. Salute to Kelly. He says salute to Kelly West and everyone in the chat. So I appreciate you for checking in, a man support man. Yeah.
My nigga.
Yeah, so essentially, like I said, the main reason why these females want to date these quote unquote young men or YNs, as they say, is because these women want to be able to, they know all they got to do is flood the young man with sex. And that man's going to be stuck like Chuck. He's not even going to take into consideration, because here's the thing. Let's be honest. Here's the thing. If you're a young man, if you're a YN, here's the thing. I'll even say a YN who even gets a lot of pussy or gets a lot of girls. He's probably getting a lot of girls who probably don't know what the fuck are they doing. But you put a YN who at least gets some pussy and you get with a 25-year-old chick. You know what I'm saying? If he don't have no real life experience, he might go ahead and be a sucker for that old chick. Because let's just be real, y'all. I mean, even when I was younger, I used to look at older women and I didn't give a fuck if they were older. I would have got with their ass real quick. But see, when you're an older man, is when you start appreciating things like soft skin, what's that called? Crow's feet, no varicose veins, not that much fat, no remnants of baby and things like that. These things, as you start to get older, you start to kind of appreciate it. Now, I can honestly say, when I was in my 30s, put my dick up in a 40-year-old, 50-year-old chick, it was fine because, it was still some pussy, Plus, I'll tell you this much, just from experience, older women, they're more experienced, of course, because they've been fucking for all their life. But they know exactly what to do. They know what, trust me, they've been ran through, they've been with a bunch of men. So they know what men like. You feel me? I can honestly say that I probably haven't been with an old woman who didn't know how to please me. But I've definitely been with a lot of young chicks who, they got too much teeth, not using enough hand, or they're using their mouth, they ain't using it right, So, these women like Hazel E will go flood a young man with sex. It didn't work with Blueface because, one, Blueface is not 25. I think Blueface, if I'm not mistaken, how old is Blueface? Blueface is not 25. Blueface got to be at least 30 now. Let's see here. How old is Blueface? Let's see here. How old is... Oh, it came up. Okay, he's 28. So by her definitions, or by the young man's definition, he's technically not even a YN. I guess that's part of why, that was why I guess he took the shot and was like, yo, if he's over 25, he ain't a YN. But whatever. I know, right? Now, man said at Cali West, you got to train your woman to be superhead or jerky the ass. Facts. Hey, facts. And you know what? It could be done, especially if you like have a younger chick or, a younger chick or a woman who's willing to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is that just because a woman has a satisfied woman, a man doesn't mean that she's not to satisfy you specifically. But based on my experience, I ain't gonna lie. Based on my experience, I've had to give money old chicks or older chicks much direction. You know what I'm saying? It's usually the 20s and ups. Those are the ones I got like, okay, do this, do that, do that, do this. There's like one chick, don't lie. And that's kind of a shame. I actually had to cut off my number one dick sucker yesterday, last night. I mean, she don't know that she got cut off yet, but I essentially cut off two bitches from my life yesterday. You know what I'm saying? My number one dick sucker, she don't know it yet. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? When she knows I ain't giving her no money and shit like that, she gonna know that it's over. Now, yeah. Now, J Flow says Bernie Mac said they got to learn. Oh yeah, they definitely got to learn. You feel me? And look, and at the same time too, this is gonna sound kind of crazy, and this is gonna sound kind of like a real dangerous. But we almost had to set the precedent, just so even look, if it's not even look, here's the thing. One, we gotta do it for ourselves because the easier we are able to dismiss women, the easier and less easy it is for them to control us, right, and manipulate us, as well as at least here's the thing. Now, like I said, y'all know I was telling y'all I was dating a 25-year-old chick, right? A little chunky 25-year-old chick. And yeah. Now, long story short is she might not be tripping because, like I said, the reason why I had to let her go is because I feel like she was fucking with somebody else anyway. So, you know, she's probably not really tripping because, hey, she found me on an app. You know, she found me on a dating app. She could probably find another dude on the dating app. I'm quite sure that she got other dudes who want to smash that. But, you know, but hey, I'll say this much. Kind of like what Drake said, you already know that, you know, she's going to be back eventually. You know, I got something that she wants. She's going to eventually be back. That's why she was trying to do so much to try to keep it, but not doing the right things. Long story short, there's nothing to here nor there. The point in time is, yes, they all got to learn. And look, even if it's not for you, it got to be for the next man. You know how a lot of Red Pill Rangers, a lot of cats say, oh, you know, dudes are messing up the game and stuff like that. Well, messing up the game, part of messing up the game is dealing with a bitch who is disrespecting you. If you're willing to let go of a chick who's disrespecting, not only are you respecting yourself, but you're also making yourself available to the next best thing, a better woman. You know, maybe two better women. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe you're not spending enough time with her. You get to be able to, you know, pursue your goals and stuff like that. Like, because the truth is that, like, she was cool, but like I said, y'all, she wasn't necessarily my type. So at the same time, you know, I don't mind her doing her own thing. My only problem was that just don't waste my time. Just don't play me. And that was the problem. When you start lying and start trying to play me, that's when there's a problem. And, you know, the thing is, not many men are willing to have a backbone. Like, yeah, I could have took her shit and, you know, because guess what? Was I fucking with other females anyway? Yeah. I could have accepted her that bullshit and then fucked with other girls and then still fucked with her too. But guess what? It just wasn't worth it to me. Like, it was like one, even if she was fine, even if she wasn't my type, still wouldn't be worth it. But man, look, once a relationship starts becoming to disrespect to the point that a motherfucker can't come show up, they can't even show up to the job, you know, just like any other job. You know, your job understands that you're gonna be late and you're gonna be absent sometimes. But if you're late, or let's just say you're absent 3 times in a probation period, you're fired. End of story. So why would a relationship be any different? So you definitely gotta stick to your guns, man. You know, a lot of men are not big on sticking to their guns because, you know, a lot of men have a scarcity mindset. Hey, me included. I'm not the only one who hasn't been on that. And the truth is, like I said, I could have let this slide, but you know what? I gotta look at myself every day. And I was just like, no. Especially the fact that, here's another too, y'all. I know women, especially black women, melanated women, you know, they could be overweight, you know, they could be bad body and act like they're the shit. And, you know, that's kind of part of their character. The kind of their characteristic is to act like they're all that, and, you know, act like they're all 10s. But the truth is, don't think that a 5 or a 6, You know, and because this a 5 is not ugly. This is not school. It's not like a 5 is F. A 5 is passing, right? You're kind of okay. You're kind of all right. You're still attractive. With that being said, like women know how they look. Women know that they're overweight. They know they need to lose some weight. They know who their competition is. So when they kind of see you simping over them, and they already know that they're not really all that, how can they really respect you? Just think about that. Just think about that. And look, a lot of men take a lot of shit from bitches, and me included, because our wallets were not as fat as it should be.
You ain't lying.
You feel me? And I ain't gonna lie. Shit, my father's name and all that fat now. The only difference is that I found the red pill, and I didn't just get red pill about women, I got red pill about life. So, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I ain't never had no problem pulling a woman. You feel me? Now, keeping her, I think that's everybody's problem.
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Now, check this out. We do want to watch. Now, this is the reason why she's probably talking about she only dates men 25 or younger. Because she got dumped by, a few days ago by Blueface. Okay? Mind you, Blueface has only been out for a couple weeks. But he already dumped her. But with that being said, let's see what Blueface got to say about this. And then somebody says, oh shit. J Flo says, stay off the plantation.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Officially letting Hazel go from the roster. Hazel E, you are too old to be acting this young. We're done. Dead on it. We're done. I'd rather be with a young bitch, if you feel me? Dead on it. If any bitch got more patience than you at 45, you're out of here. Cancel Christmas. Sober. Care too much about what the fans think. I don't want that. I'm straight. Any bitch that care about the fans, I'm straight. I need 100% support. I've known you for 20 days, Hazel. You don't got no position, no nothing. Dead homies. Like, nothing came to my cell that said Hazel E. I didn't know you then, so I didn't expect that. But you expecting too much, baby girl. You know my favorite store is Walgreens.
Oh.
Yes, it is. What's your favorite store?
Blue's Pet Store. The fuck? Yeah, I mean, don't do that.
It's the right answer, though. Petco.
Petco.
It's different, bro. You gotta try that shit. How that crab meat taste?
Okay, good.
Baby can't get enough. Hello. Oh man, y'all so nice. I read all you guys' messages, so keep pulling up. Leave me a note. We're gonna keep them up, man. Whatever y'all think, whatever y'all say, it's y'all experience. I'm gonna get you. I'm running for this dick, boo. Shit like that warms my heart. I'm dead always. I'm gonna sleep on the couch tonight. It's good, crap.
Yo.
He ain't lying.
Damn. Well. What you just witnessed is a black man with options. He might have some straggle-daggle options, but hey, options nevertheless.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
He does got him another little young thing. You feel me? And she looked like at least half white for sure, or at least 3/4 white. But you know what? Blueface has been accused of colorism. But it was so funny. It's like he fuck with like white girls and light skinned chicks and stuff like that, but they still be hood rats though.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
But hey, you know what? I don't know. I guess he wants medium ratchet instead of extreme ratchet. I don't know.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
Yep. So essentially, Blueface is like, yo, man, I could just have the younger version of me. And does does Hazel E not look attractive? She's actually sexy. She is sexy. But not to lick. Not lick. I would never wife her. Only one night her. You did? Only one night her.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all of that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
I don't understand why the f- you think you can be done with me. I'm done with you. You over here being disrespectful, kissing fucking trailer park trash all in the lips, taking and eating, sucking crab legs together. I'm too old. You're a convicted felon. Let's start there. I went below with you. We can put out the receipts. You bought me flights before. You've given me money before. You just sent me 5 bands the other day telling me to stay down so I can put up with your shit. That's not enough. It's really not enough, honey. I'm done. You rather have a young bitch? Yeah, look at what you got. You got a bunch of OF girls, strippers, bitches that live in, back alleys and shit. Your mama called it a homeless shelter. I make you look better. And all I asked was for mutual respect, which I thought we agreed upon. But your old ways are creeping back in because you're feeling yourself. Last week when the probation came and, they were going to take you to jail again for all the stuff you weren't supposed to have. So I might not have been there for jail, but I made sure your ass didn't go back to jail just last Monday. Don't play with me. I did nothing wrong for you to deserve the disrespect you've given me for the last 24, 48 hours. So you don't know me. You're right. You flew me out. You didn't get to smash. You know what I'm saying? Things didn't go that way. But whatever. Do you. Move on. You done with me? I'm done with you. I'm not a bitch that needs you. I'm self-made. We said that from the beginning.
Oh my God.
You asked me to be in your video that went viral in #1. I wonder if you would have put, all your little flunkies in there, how those numbers would have did. We'll see. And another thing, that golden retriever shit, it was cute, but I co-signed it. My top news, TMZ. Them hoes can't do shit, okay? You got a bunch of pound puppies running around. Next call needs to be the animal control. you need to take them bitches back to the pound, okay? You messing with a big dog, okay? Real golden retriever shit over here. Okay. Get into it,
Congratulations.
bitch.
You played yourself.
Bruh. Somebody mad.
Get to the chopper!
Man. Shout out to the Hurt Ho. What was that? The Hurt Ho Hospice. Shout out to the Hurt Ho Hospice. Shout out to the Hurt Ho Hospice.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch!
Now, J Flo says, I'm done with you. Yeah.
This is a sick Negro.
These hoes crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, who told her to go date a younger man? Let me ask a question. She went from Cat Williams, and now she's with Blueface. I mean, you know, one guy, they're both entertainers. I mean, you know, they're both entertainers. But damn, I mean, you know, you might have to follow what's her name? You might have to follow Sprinkle's advice and go get you a 65-year-old man or something. Y'all remember what when I played that the other day with Sprinkle? And Sprinkle was keeping it all the way funky with these hoes. Let me see if I can show it again. Where's Sprinkle at? Sprinkle, where are you at when I need you? Oh. Yo, Hazel E needs to listen to Sprinkle.
Whatever you're doing is wrong. If you're over 35 and you haven't been picked, whatever you're doing is all wrong. So I suggest considering new options, new types of people to date, and new ways of doing things, okay? Because you're not going to get the 45-year-old if you're 35, okay? They're looking for the 25-year-old now, okay? So just understand this. You've waited too long. That's why I'm telling these young girls, get on it. Get on it now. The faster you get on it, the better you can do. Now you can still do it at 34, yes. But you're gonna get more if you're younger. That's why I'm saying get on it young. If you're 34, you need to go for somebody in their 60s. Okay? Don't be trying to get no 37-year-old or 42-year-old. It's not gonna work. All right.
Emotional damage.
Yo, shout out to Sprinkle for telling these hoes the truth.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Flo says, jam on air.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to last long with these white ends. Because guess what? The white ends, they're going to do some... Look, here's the thing. Eventually, white ends, even though they're suckers, and I've seen people marry older chicks and stuff like that, eventually they smarten up. Like, I remember this dude at my job. He was trying to, like, sell, like... it was, like, long time ago. It was, like 2019, 2020. But anyway, the dude was like, you know, he used to always be trying to sell trees and stuff like that. And the dude was like really thirsty, right? Thirsty. And I remember he kind of mentioned that he had a baby mama. Because I guess essentially he was driving his baby mama's car around. And do you know like his baby mama was like an older chick. Like his baby mama at least had to be 10 to 12 years older than him, bro. And I was, and mind you, the dude was kind of a tall guy, tall guy, like, you'll think if he was just to apply himself, you know what I'm saying, stop and not be a goofy ass fucking rapping ass weed seller, he'll be able to fucking he'll probably get where he wanted to get. But you know what? I'm telling you, them old chicks, they know how to fucking put it on them, man.
You sell it's all bullshit. All of it.
And he fucked around and knocked her ass up. Like, I don't know. That's one thing that's like, if I knock up somebody, can I at least be a chick younger than me? I don't want to knock up a chick older than me. Because guess what? That older chick, she's gonna have one chick by you and they're done. What if you want more kids? You're gonna have kids by somebody else. Long story short is, dude was just trying to fuck everything at the job. But why else would you try to fuck everything at the job? Because guess what? The motherfucker gotta go home to some dry ass motherfucker pussy. Not saying that all older chicks got some dry pussy, but here's the thing: when you live with a woman after a while, even if she do got that wet, it'll basically start maybe feeling dry because you know what I'm saying. That thrill is probably even there. Shit, she probably not even giving it to him anymore. But yeah, you definitely don't want to be a young man with an older chick, bro. Stuck like Chuck.
Really him. You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Now let's go to we're gonna go over this real quick. It's not gonna be too long, but I have to address this because one of our lovely members or supporters, one of the female members, sent me a very, very interesting piece or interesting article based off the fact that I was just talking about how, what's her face? I was referring to the fact that that Porsha Williams essentially I essentially talked about how she was dating a woman now, whatnot, right? This is why. And my synopsis or my need the NWO. And it's funny, I don't even have my Ethernet cord connected to this computer either. That's probably why it's tripping. Do I have the time to fix this? Let's see. Man, this is why I need that seminar.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Okay, is that much better? I think that's much better now because I'm on straight connection now. So that's my fault, y'all. I really appreciate y'all for tuning in. J Flo says return to the DAP. For real, man. Sheesh. And since it's a young guy too, that's one thing. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was fucking this older chick, man. This shit was probably as old as my mama. But well, she wasn't as old as my mama, but she could have been my mama, if you know what I mean, right? But yes, she could have literally been my mama, because when I found out her age of her son, man, I kind of felt some type of way. Like, bitch, you must be lying. Like women lie about their age anyway. But when she told me the age of her son, I was like, bitch, you lying. Like, and I didn't say nothing because I was actually kind of still younger at the time, like maybe 33, 34. But I was like, God damn, like, bitch, like, there's no, I take that back. I might have been about 36 or something like that. And I think her son was like 36 as well. I'm like, man, hold up, man. Wait a goddamn minute, man. But one thing that I could definitely say was I enjoyed being with her, but she wasn't really enough. Like, I mean, she had a fat ass, and she's let me put in her, she's let me put in all the holes, and what I'm saying, she done gave me a couple threesomes. What I'm saying, like, I ain't cap. She did bring a couple bitches to me. I ain't gonna lie. She did bring a couple bitches to me, but in my defense, the bitches that she brought to me, here's the thing: we kind of were all in a certain friend group, or with mutual friends. So that's actually how I looked up with her anyway. So I kind of feel like the girls who I kind of fucked. I mean, it's not like them bitches was like super super bad. And two, I mean, I could have smashed them anyway. I kind of felt like, but Now J Flo says, "Why are you so picky, Callie?" You know what? I'm not very picky at all. Yo, shout out to the nasty boys. Hey, I'm a nasty boy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I have had a couple of my boys look at me funny when I kind of tell them that I kind of like a certain chick. I mean, shit, I get into, you've even seen me, people question my choice of women, like me. Can I be honest with y'all? I'm pretty liberal when it comes to women. I think my ideal girl or ideal chick that I will like maybe either be with or at least maybe entertain a relationship with, somebody who can at least wear natural hair, preferably. I mean, if it's a black woman, I guess I might deal with a weave to some degree. Depends. Like, if she can't even rock her real hair at all, that's a problem. I want a woman who can at least put her shit in the bun if she's a sister. But like for the most part, ideally, I want a woman who's fit between the ages of at least 21 to 28. I mean, I know 28 is damn near the danger zone, but maybe 30 or something like that. Slim to, saying, not thick, because ideally, if I had the ideal chick that I want, she's gonna get pregnant, so she's gonna get thick. Especially if she's a black woman, she's gonna get thick. Or if she's Spanish, she's definitely gonna get thicker. So I don't need to necessarily get with a chick who's already thick. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't think I'm too. Here's the thing: I'm not very picky at all, J Flo. But here's the thing: I just think biologically, and just from the fact that I'm experienced, like I ain't gonna lie, I definitely have enough notches under my belt. The pussy just wasn't all that. Like for example, J Flo, you know this. It's like, okay, you mess with a girl, right? And when you first mess with a girl, of course, when you first mess with a girl, you use a condom, right? And it's like, as long as you have the right condom, it's kind of okay. But it's like, okay, I was kind of hitting it, and I guess it was still okay. But it's like, okay, of course, I got to want, basically, I'm fucking an old bitch. I don't want to fucking with no rubber. But it's just like, the shit wasn't being hit like that. It was like she had, like, her pussy wasn't bad. It just wasn't wet. That was the problem. Like, wasn't really like, you kind of want to, you kind of want to feel a little bit slime, a little snail trail or something. Like, she wasn't really all that wet. Like, and here's another too. It's not like she was dry either, but women, when they're younger, look, y'all know younger women, they don't need no lube because their pussy is a lube. But when your women get a little older, it's not as glidey. It's like more like, it's kind of like water. Like, if you put water on you, like, water doesn't really moisturize you. Water could actually dry you out, depending, especially if it's hard water. Like, that feeling is like dry water. It's like water. Like, water evaporates really quick. It doesn't keep its viscosity. That's why cars run on oil, not water, right? Or you use a water-based lube, it's water-based, but it's not all the way water because it's got to be able to glide, right? It's water-based, not complete water. So, and that's just kind of how it is when you deal with an older woman. And for what it's worth, was sex still good with her? Yes, it was still good. But there was just a noticeable difference. It's like I remember one night we had a threesome, and like I guess, well, we didn't really have a threesome. She had her homegirl over. We were supposed to have a threesome, but the chick would drink heavy, right? She's a kind of never really needs to know. Like, well, yeah, she couldn't really hold her liquor that well. Long story short is she got drunk. But of course, what I did was, I did what I was supposed to do. I fucked the shit out of her, and after we fucked, shit, she fell asleep. Like I put her ass to sleep. So since I put her ass to sleep, I was like, oh, okay, fuck it. Well, shit, I'm about to go in the living room. You done put your homegirl with some lingerie, some sexy ass lingerie. So I went and fucked her homegirl on the couch. And old girl called us fucking and was like kind of mad about it. But I was like, you got fucking pussy up in this motherfucking living room. What else am I supposed to do with this shit? You feel me? But she wanted us to kind of do it like, kind of wants to be inclusive, like together. Which I guess in theory, I kind of understand that, but I just kind of feel like at the same time, what does it matter? We're still putting our dicks in each other. Like, I'll still put my dicks in y'all both. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter that you wasn't right there when I was, truth is, she wants to referee that shit. Because I ain't gonna lie, man. Her homegirl is funny because I could have already got her homegirl a long time ago. But I wasn't really all that attracted to her. But I'll say this much though. After that, I kind of was a little attracted to her after that because I ain't gonna lie, man. That light skinned chick, she gave me some, that was a nice little head and that was some good ass pussy. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, okay, I see why y'all got 3 motherfucking kids. Like, I ain't gonna lie. And shit, I had a condom on and all. And that shit, wet. I'm talking about, woo! Like, look, literally the opposite of old girl, bro. What can I say?
I'd buy that for $1.
J Flo says, and I quote, after 20 years of marriage, I got to have the lube in arm's reach for real. Hey, you know what? Hey, can I be honest with you? As a single bachelor man, I stayed with lube for the females, bro. Because, like, you could have a young female, right? And maybe she does have some wet pussy, right? But then after a while, here's the thing. What they don't see, and I know you know this because you're an experienced man, but some of our young guys out here, what they don't tell you about wet pussy is that sometimes after she done climax, it could eventually start getting like, because it's wet. Remember, wet is going to evaporate fast, and it is not going to be viscous. It's going to be kind of like chafy. And that could dry her out, and that could dry you out too. Like, your dick ain't really like, it's like, like, y'all know what I mean. So, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to have lube. You know what I'm saying? Now, maybe she's fresh out of college. You know what I'm saying? She's fresh out of college. You know what I'm saying? 18, 19-year-old, FIU, you know what I'm saying? Miami University type chick, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got that many bodies. Maybe not. But sometimes, especially if you want to especially if you want to go rounds, you're probably going to have to heal it. You know, but for the most part, young chicks don't really need it. What can I say? Hey, it is what it is.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I don't know if I said this to you before, but man, I almost got with a chick who was my age. Maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, like after Corona. I almost got with a chick who was about my age, and I was digging her and all. Like, but you know what? Like I said, even though she was an older chick, she basically fit everything else. It was like, she used to wear a lot of weaves because she didn't have that much hair. But in her defense, she did used to wear her own natural hair sometimes, which I did kind of appreciate it. Hey, if you ain't got much hair, hey, and you not to make it look nice, so be it. I used to like her when she was a little busting little waves and shit like that. And I would have got with her ass. Straight up. I would have got with her. But guess what? The thing is, when you deal with older chicks, you gotta deal with and she's from Miami. So I had to deal with the ex-boyfriend, you know, she had a baby daddy. Well, the baby daddy was gone. And I ain't talking about in the spiritual sense. He was nowhere to be found. Like, he actually literally moved on from her. Like, this motherfucker fucked around and got married and had like 2 other kids and all. Like, when I say this dude moved on, he moved the fuck on. So, I mean, but I had to deal with the fact that, she had a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, the boyfriend after the boyfriend, sugar daddy, and all types of shit. Like, the bitch just had too much fucking shit going on. And look, for what it's worth, no love lost, but when you get, the thing is, all the chicks got to deal with you got to deal with that baggage. That's kind of why it's almost a little better to deal with a younger chick. Because here's the thing. You think you're 40, she's 40, and y'all just gonna have a good relationship just right off the sunset. Oh no. You gotta deal with her high school crush. Her high school crush been fucking her since high school. Look, off and on. Nigga, how the fuck you gonna compete with that?
It's all bullshit. All of it.
Man, some of these dudes, some of these chicks been fucking these dudes since high school, bruh. High school.
Emotional damage.
And sometimes when you see these dudes be about 50, 60 their damn self.
My nigga.
Motherfuckers be fucking like some grown ass men, grown ass gangsters, Kim type niggas, bro.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Who are these niggas? I cried laughing when I read. You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Portman says something very interesting. He says, I used to think dating older chicks were better to date. You know why? You're not the only one. You know why? Here's the thing. All men, I think we didn't realize until we got to their age that they were the wrong chicks to date. Like, for example, I was having this discussion with a family member, and I was telling them that, I told them to tell their son that they shouldn't really be too worried about being serious with any woman their age, because by the time he's ready to settle down, by the time he's ready, I said right now, his future wife is still playing with Barbie dolls. I wish I had someone tell me that. I always thought, I want someone my age or someone older. But that's only because we want access to sex. Let's just be real. We want access to sex. I can honestly say that I think if high school girls was giving it up, and they were giving it up, they just wasn't giving it up to us. But if girls our age was giving it up to us, cougars wouldn't even have a chance. But that's why cougars have a chance. Cougars used to be these young girls. Cougars know that young girls don't give out sex that much. And here's the thing, it's not that young girls don't give out sex that much. It's just that they're very women tend to be a little bit more standoffish with their sex when they're younger. So I was like, okay. Now there's exceptions to the rule. I guess if she's a hoe, she let to get trains running on her. Because I did know a couple girls in high school who didn't mind letting trains get run on her. And in college. That is an exception to the rule. But even then, if you have a girl who, she only want to have sex with her boyfriend, if she end up keep on breaking up and not being in a long-term commitment, trust me, by the time she get older, trust me, she fucking niggas raw on the first date. You feel me? Type shit. And probably not everybody, but the dudes that she like. She might make you put on a condom, but the niggas that she really like, they don't know how to use a condom. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tell me I'm lying.
You ain't lying.
So, yeah, I think we all used to believe that. Now, Man Support Man says, I'm 41 and I did meet a woman that was 38 in Philly. I enjoyed being around her. She's pretty decent. Oh, I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, I guess you just got to just understand what you're kind of going into. Because like I said, I would have got with old girl. You feel me? I would have got with old girl. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And because I ain't gonna lie, old girl sex was bomb as hell, bro. Bomb, like bomb. And she let me get all the holes. Shit. I had a date one night. Well, not even a date. One time she caught me on a date, and another time she caught me after a date, she hit me up. No, the other chick was down for a threesome, so I called her over. She was homegirl, like down, like nasty, like let's just say there was nothing that we and her didn't do other than no gay shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to let nobody peg me in no fucking gay shit like that. But everything else, let's say this is about everything else though. That everything other than anything going in my, you feel me? Because you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers ain't on no gay shit. That bitch just about dead, bro. I'm gonna lick your boy up from the rooter to the tutor, there. You feel me? Yeah, so look, I still date older chicks. Like, yo, I can honestly say, I think the last chick who was able to keep up with me sexually was about 51 years old. I'm 45, 46? So she got to be about 52 now. And if you see her, she actually looked pretty good. Like, you wouldn't think that she, for what it's worth, you would have thought that she was 42. And I was pretty surprised that I didn't even know that she was actually older than me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's not like, hey, salute to the older chicks. Hey, some of the older chicks know how to keep it up. And I ain't gonna lie, she did it. Oh, now I think about it, I ain't gonna lie. I think the only time I used lube with her was when I used to put it in her, you know what, in that other hole. Dig, I ain't gonna cap. Like, that's one thing when you deal with older chicks, man. The older chicks, you get to have a different experience. Like, you know what I'm saying? They definitely know what to do, bro. They definitely know.
Got to know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Okay, so there's one thing I need to talk about, which is the Real Housewives of Atlanta star Porsha Williams. And like I said before, because let's start going on a rant. The reason why she is dating men straight up or dating or looking to date or pursue other partners is because she needs that money. Look, she needs that money. And I'm going to show y'all. Check it. Let's see here. Let me show you this article. Y'all can see it. Let me remove that. I remove that so I can put this. Boom. And for what it's worth, she's a good looking chick. Typical loudmouth sister, but you know what I'm saying? She just closed her mouth, but she's fucking fine for an old bitch. Now listen to this. How Porsha Williams went from being worth $16 million to less than $500,000.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Bruh. What? Mm-hmm.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay. So look, it says Porsha Williams has made quite a name for her. Look, Porsha Williams has made quite a name for herself thanks to her addition to Bravo's hit reality show Real Housewives of Atlanta. The TV personality joined Real Housewives of Atlanta in its 5th season. And while fans weren't too familiar with her explosive storyline with her now ex-husband, former NFL star Cordell Stewart, was enough to keep fans glued to their television screens. Oh, okay. Oh, so she was actually a Real Housewife. Because you know what? A lot of those chicks from the Real Housewives shows were not always wives. So a lot of those hoes were jump offs. You feel me? Oh, but she was actually a wife, huh? Okay. Now, it said. Now, of course, it says. And now it says, her being with, being an ex-husband, being the ex-wife of, Cordell Stewart was enough to keep fans glued to their television screens. Then it says, and then 2024, after turning physical with fellow cast members Kenya Moore at season 6 reunion taping, executive producer Andy Cohert later confirmed that Williams had been demoted to being a friend of the show because they did not condone violence behavior as such. Whoops.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I read all this bullshit because y'all don't give a fuck about this show. Let's talk about this money. It's claimed that Williams was once worth $16 million, presumably somewhere around the time she was with Stewart. See? Attached to a man. Attached to a man.
But don't tell nobody.
See, so they're not really being all the way. Well, I guess they're being factual, so we'll give it up to them. Now, it says, but her fortune has dropped to an assumed $500,000 after being fired from the show. So what exactly happened? And this is a 2014, right? Now it says updated to March 2024. It says while Porsha Williams' net worth dropped severely after leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta, it has since been on the rise. Williams' current net worth is $1.5 million. That figure stands to fluctuate as Williams signed to return to Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16. However, she is also going through a divorce, and it's unknown if Williams will stand to financially gain from the demise of her marriage. Do you just hear that? What?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You sell it's all bullshit. All of it.
See, they everybody's just waiting for the payday because guess what? Everybody know what the fuck this is, bruh. This is a fucking robbery with no gun, bruh. Shit. Wow. So it says a look into Porsha Williams' net worth, and it says that Porsha Williams has gone on a roller coaster ride with her net worth. You hear that? When Williams was demoted from Real Housewives of Atlanta, she didn't just kiss her peach goodbye. She was away farewell to those lucrative salaries Bravo is known for paying its cast members. Fucking A.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Candace Burress, for example, is estimated to have made $2 million on the show between 2014 and 2015, while Nina Leakes reportedly walked away with upwards of $2.5 million per season, making her one of the highest paid housewives of the franchise. In a statement after the ordeal involving Williams, Moore said, "We'll all agree that we don't condone violence. We don't give a fuck about all that shit. We just care about the money, the money, and the money. Yeah, the money and the money, just like them. We care about the money, 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 the money. Ooh, say that 5 times. Money, the money, the money, the money. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Let's see this. Let's see here. This is interesting. Wait. I think Porsha was in a position to provoke me. If anyone is capable of blacking out and not taking responsibility for their actions, they should not be in this type of environment. The former former beauty pageants continued. They did not need a stage as this. Listen to this. She is the granddaughter of a civil rights leader. She does not have the tools to navigate this process. It's just unfortunate and sad. If I was her in her position, the first thing I would do was apologize. Okay. I wonder who she's related to. Say probably some of the civil rights leaders who actually let black people down into the burning building. Martin Luther King quote. Now let's see here. Let's go back to the money. According to the reports, Williams was making anywhere between $600,000 to $800,000 for season 6, which was nowhere near as high as some of her fellow cast members. But then again, aside from her marriage problems with Stewart, the one-time singer didn't have that many captivating storylines going for her. Now, Steven Severman, blah, 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 blah. Give me them loot. Give me them loot. Now, it says with the return, Williams' salary was significantly higher after being offered a whopping $1.25 million, which was the most Williams had ever earned as a housewife on the show. This is that amount reportedly increased to $1.3 million. According to U.S. Sun, which added that Williams getting her own 3-part reality show would earn the Atlanta native a skyrocketing sum of money. Now, considering that Williams fronted the show on her own, she did not have to share her earnings for Porsha's Family Matters. But when the show did not receive a second season, cash flow ended quickly. It says, aside from a lucrative deal with Bravo, Williams is quite a businesswoman who has a long-standing deal with Go Naked Hair, where she sells all sorts of weaves and extensions for as low as $52. Now it says, so wow, it is claimed that Williams' net worth was said to be somewhere between $400,000 at one point. Today, it appears that her net worth has risen to $1.5 million. I don't even know how they figured through this, but okay, maybe they do it. I guess yeah. Well, it's just the net worth, so. Yeah, net worth doesn't mean that's how much you actually have, because it's your net worth. Like, you could probably get up to that much money, or you might have that in assets or something like that, Now, of course, how Williams' net worth will fluctuate remains to be seen. This is because Williams is not only going through the divorce with Simon Gabodia, but also she signed to return Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 16. As such, Williams' net worth stays in the 7 figures or drops to 6 remains to be seen. So there we go. Told ya.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
At the end of the day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Women can talk about their strong, independent stuff all they want and how she's an entrepreneur and this and that and other. But they have to attach themselves to get some bread. In Porsha Williams' case, she found her as a stud to go do that. And you know that she's much younger than, she's older than that stud chick, by the way. Or she looks like it to me. I could be wrong. Now, a man support man says, yep, I like older chicks with youthful body, youthful spirit and body. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. It definitely goes a long way. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I would love, like, I'm gonna say it for real. I'm probably gonna sound like a simp sucker to these Red Pill Ranger ass niggas, but I would love to meet another chick like that who got a body like that. Especially if I can meet a chick who's like in her 20s who got a body like that. Like, man, like, I ain't gonna lie. I wish I would have been able, like, shit. If I was able to get her in like high school or some shit like that, oh my God. Shit ain't. Like, and it's crazy too, because ironically, she only had 1 kid. I don't know how many early terminations she had, but she had a great body. And I think the reason why she had a great body is because she only had 1 kid. She had 1 kid at like 22 or something like that. But man, I ain't gonna lie, man. That chick had a great body. And yes, and you know what? And it could be, yes, older chick with a great body could definitely be a benefit. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're willing to deal with those demons that come with it. Now, a man support man says Hazel Williams is who she's related to. Oh, okay. Whatever. But when you think about it, an older woman with youthful spirit and body is a woman that ain't been ran through. I don't know about that. Because, this chick I was talking about, I ain't gonna say, the chick I got with, like, it was all good that she, here's the thing. Me and her, here's the thing. Even if I wanted to look past her shady past, her shady past, it'll still come up anyway. And that was the problem in our relationship or our situation, whatever we had, was, for the most part, here's the thing. When things was good, she was good. She was behaving herself, you know what I'm saying? Tell her to come over, she'll just come through, her house, her car was still at her crib, all types of shit. But guess what? whenever that ex, you know, said when he was ready for that fix, or you know what I'm saying, or when she needed to get her car fixed, when she was in a bind, guess what? She'll start disappearing and shit like that. You feel me? So, yeah, here's the thing. I can honestly say that bitch was a hoe, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't think she watches me, but, you know, if she does, you know, I still got love for you, boo. But, you know what I'm saying? You know, and here's the thing. And when I say hoe, I mean that in a good way. But the bitch got around, bro. Like, hey, look, I'm going to say this to y'all. If a woman could suck you off and you can nut, but I mean, if you could, you know, so basically, you know, if you could, you know what I'm saying, if you could like come off her head, you know what I'm saying, she lets you put it in all holes and stuff like that. She could like screw you all night. There's no way that she could not have screwed a bunch of people. There's no fucking possibility. There's no way that a woman could let you put something like, you know what I'm saying, the size, you know, I don't know. I know I ain't small. So ain't no way no chick could let me put that up her Duke chute without her fucking being ran through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like she almost has to be ran through to fucking take that type of dick.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Saying though, like, bro, like, you feel me? Like, ain't no way. Like, just think about it. If a girl just suck your dick and she just suck it too good, bro. Come on now, she had to be sucking a lot of dicks, man. She had to. Yo, there's this chick that I kind of like. I didn't fall for her, but I could have maybe. I think she was like, if she would have got in shape, she was light skinned. If she would have got in shape, she would have been a pretty bitch. But she was a lazy bitch. You feel me? And that was her problem. But she was still there was a pretty bitch hiding under that fat girl. Long story short is, man, I still remember one time I couldn't get it up. And she blew me. And I fucking was, your boy was like, blast off. Well, it's crazy. She didn't even do it that long. Like, it has to be no more than 5 minutes. Man, usually it takes me about, for a chick to usually make me fucking go off, blast off a dome, she gonna have to at least be ready to do that shit for at least 15 minutes, bro. 15, 20 minutes. Man, this girl did my shit on soft in fucking 5 minutes, bro.
I'd buy that for $1.
Here's something nasty. We're going to overtime. Fuck it. Y'all deserve some overtime. Y'all want to hear something nasty about that chick? That chick was such a freak that supposedly this went around, but the word on the street is, and it was confirmed too. Word on the street is, I guess she ended up like having like a little foursome, right? You know, like basically having like, you know, a little mini orgy, right? And the mini orgy was with her mom, bro.
This is a sick Negro.
She basically, like, I don't think that she didn't touch her mom. I mean, that's still crazy though, bruh.
But shh, don't tell nobody.
She didn't touch her mama, but basically her mom's was basically switching off with the ninjas, bro. With her daughter, bro.
Nasty bitch.
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
This is a sick Negro.
Like, goddamn, bro. Like, shit. Talk about you get it from your mama, bro. Sheesh. Yeah, but so it explains why she was able to make me bust in 5 minutes. Like, her mama probably told her from a young age how to be a hoe, bro. Sheesh. Boy.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
That's fucking, yeah. Like, damn. You know, like, it's just so crazy, like, how, as a person, you just hear a lot of shit and just retain a lot of stuff. So, like, just bringing her up. And it's so crazy, too. I actually kind of forgot about that. Like, but somehow when we was talking about that, somehow, I guess because we was talking about how she made me blow my load. And I just kind of just remember, like, the word was that she was, and from what we heard, and it was a reliable source, too. It wasn't like somebody was just talking shit. Like, it was kind of like, it wasn't nothing that she was denying. So, yeah. But with that being said, yo, these are the chicks in the dating market. Good luck, my boys.
I grew up with a dad, a granddad, and a little brother who thinks he's my big brother. The bare minimum does not turn me on. I hope there is no man on this earth that has come into my life thus far that thinks they have set any type of bar, standard, or tone. Okay? Taking out the trash does not get me going. Bare minimum. Holding doors does not get me going. Bare minimum. Paying for dates does not get me going. Bare minimum. Okay? None of that. Even not asking me for the cooch on the first date does not get me going. Bare minimum. You never should have expected it on the first date. You never should expect it on the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, but y'all not ready for that conversation. So at the end of the day, no, you are not bigger than this program. And I hope that there is no man that ever thinks that they are. Okay? I know what I expect and I knew what I deserved before you got here. I just felt like, why not? Maybe give you a chance. Oh, well.
Yo.
Shut up, bitch.
I must say, for what it's worth, she's a pretty female. If she wasn't talking all this liberal bullshit, right? All this little bullshit, and I wouldn't even say that's liberal. That's just basically she basically saying that your time, your money, energy, attention, and time is not even worth her, or getting some stank on your finger, bro. Are you fucking serious? Man.
Emotional damage.
But I must say, if she wasn't on that bullshit, I would fucking fuck with her. She is a fucking, like, for what it's worth, she is fucking pretty. Like, this is exactly the type of chick that I'm actually looking for. Except for her mindset. If she was a mute who, if she was an introverted mute, she would be perfect for me. But she is fucking beautiful. Look at that fucking teeth. Beautiful teeth. Beautiful smile. Look at them fucking, look, is that a dimple? Beautiful dimple. I like her eyebrows. Like, dude, this is a beautiful woman. Look, that hair, there's no way that's a weave. That is fucking her real hair. But this bitch is, no disrespect. This is a very, very, very beautiful young lady. But guess what? She should be getting married to somebody and duplicating that look. But guess what? She just essentially just said that even a dude was taking about 5, 6, 7 dates, he shouldn't expect anything. And in theory, I guess she's kind of right. But at the same time, why would you accept 6 or 7 dates from a guy who you didn't want to sleep with anyway? Like, that's fucked up.
You sell it's all bullshit. All of it.
Now, she's talking about, oh, she know what she's, worth and all that. But just know, as much as I do believe that this woman is beautiful, like, sexy and attractive, trust me, some dude who, ain't got his shit together is dicking her down for free. Not saying that's what you should attest to, but just know that going in when dealing with a chick like this.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
I'd buy that for $1.
Man, I ain't gonna cap y'all. It's getting a little late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in Miami. Your boy got a long day ahead and tomorrow morning. So I'm about to I'm about to be about it here. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. I see y'all tomorrow though, for sure. For sure ski, all right? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. By the way, thank you, Pete Francis for the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I peeped that you had sent the Cash App the other day. So I salute to you, G, for sending me that Cash App once again. You dig? So I appreciate you for that. That was so I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all, boys. Peace.